Hello Gems, Leah from Red Emerald Yoga. Welcome back to my channel for today's unboxing video. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing Dog Tarot. So this is by Megan Lynn Cott. So I got this a couple days ago. I ordered it on pre-order from Amazon. The reason I ordered this one was because I ordered on accident a counterfeit deck. It was cat tarot. And I actually really liked the deck. On the back, it says, find the answers you seek with this pawsitively divine tarot deck, inspired by our most wise, loving, and loyal companion, the dog, with their uncanny ability to sense exactly how you feel and what you need. These pups will make the perfect guides on your journey of self-discovery. This is a Chronicle Books deck, and the copyright on this is 2024. So it does have this cute little cutout here. It kind of looks like a doghouse, which is adorable. I do like the attention to detail. I'm going to take these little tapes off. I think they'll just collect dust and grime and get crusty. There, now that looks nice. Came off without damaging the box. I do like this box. It's nice and sturdy, but it is pretty loose. So just, I think just make sure you have a good handle on your deck before you pick it up off your shelf, because you don't want it to just explode all over your floor. I have had that happen to me with other decks before. This is the guidebook. Really cute. It's got the little crease there, so that way you don't completely break your binding when you're going through it. Oh, that does not look like it's on very well. So even with the crease, it's kind of scaring me. That is a strip of glue, so that was supposed to be glued. Let's hope the rest of it is glued better. Let's see. So it has the introduction, the deck, preparing for the reading, spreads and layouts. The reading goes into the majors, the minors, and then I like that the suits are all the same. Wands, cups, swords, pentacles. I like that there are no renamed suits. And I like that there's no extra cards. Introduction. It says, you cannot share your life with a dog and not know perfectly well that animals have personalities, minds, and feelings. Renowned anthropologist Dr. Jane Goodall. Duh, dog owners everywhere. To paraphrase a well-known saying, dogs are a person's best friend. Our canine pals have earned this honorific since first evolving from wolves and becoming domesticated somewhere between 18,000 and 23,000 years ago, as opposed to cats, which were domesticated around 11,000 years ago. Practically yesterday in historical terms. Since then, canines have become a crucial part of our lives, providing protection, companionship, unconditional love, and much joy. We trust their instincts when it comes to our very safety, so would it not then logically follow that they might be the ideal messengers of the tarot deck's wisdom? Tarot cards have been providing their guidance for hundreds of years, evolving from playing cards of 15th century Europe and eventually morphing into the major and minor arcana of modern tarot, thanks to the popularization of the now classic Rider-Waite deck in 1910. That brings us to modern-day tarot card usage, which is as varied as the heritage of our beloved mutts. Some people use the cards casually, selecting just one card to provide insight into a specific situation or guidance for the day ahead. Some follow the card's rulings as closely as a religion, which complex layouts and in-depth readings to make sense of every aspect of their lives, from romance to finance and beyond. With our canine companions by our sides, do we not sometimes literally rely on their instincts about which path to take? In that spirit, let us see what they have to say to us in this deck. Okay, and then it shows the little symbols. So this one here that looks like Saturn, that is the suit of wands, representing fire. Means energy, passion, creativity, and spirituality. In this deck, these are represented by the best treat no money can buy, sticks, okay? The suit of cups represents water and matters to do with emotions, relationships, connections, and yes, love. They are represented here by leashes. The suit of swords represents air and is concerned with intellect, words, and other matters of the mind. In this deck, these are represented by beloved treats. The suit of pentacles represents the earth and is connected with material possessions, money matters, and the body. Naturally, in this deck, these are represented by the most highly coveted belonging toys. Okay, so toys are pentacles. Swords, the suit of intellect, I could see that. The treats, because, you know, it's good for their brains to do tricks and get treats. And then water, represented by leashes. I'm not really sure if I see the connection. I think that it would have made more sense for me to be like a water bowl, but we'll see what the art looks like. And then the suit of wands being sticks, I like that. That makes sense. Okay, tells you how to prepare for a reading. Let's check out the spreads that they have. The single card, 3 card, 5 card spread, the paw, Celtic cross, the loaf, horseshoe, the doghouse, mandala, the bull. Oh, I'm sorry, the ball. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't had enough coffee today. Mandala is the ball. The tree of life, the stick maker. So they do give quite a few spreads in this book. That's cute. And then it goes straight into the reading. And let's check out how much information. So it's not super long, and I do like that it is in color and you have the card there, so that way you don't even need the cards when you're familiarizing yourself if you go through the book like I do. And then for the minors, it seems like there's more information on the minors, which always surprises me because usually I expect more information on the majors. But whatever, this is not going to be a super in-depth book anyways. Okay. Let's check out the inside. Very cute. Oh, I should smell the book too. But let's check out the cutting. Cutting seems pretty nice. It does look like the deck was placed like this and then cut with the die going down this way. It's very minor. I'm pointing it out only because I noticed it, but it's really, really minor, and I do think that this will definitely wear in quite quickly, but you can feel it very, very minor lifting on the face of the card, okay? But it's a nice round corner, which I appreciate. I like that. And it's smooth. You can see a little bit of like the color there. So if you wanted to edge your deck, you might want to do that. I got duped into buying a counterfeit version of Cat Tarot. I'm just going to show you really quick for size comparison. I thought it was going to be the full size. It looked like it was the holographic foil print on the image that the counterfeiters used. And it looked like a full-size deck. And then when I got it, it was this miniature little thing. And I checked, and no, Cat Tarot does not come in a miniature. So I did want to buy a deck from this deck creator. So I went initially to purchase the authentic copy of Cat Tarot, and I saw that this was available on pre-order. So I went ahead and I ordered this, and then I just opted to color this deck in with colored pencils. So I still like this deck. It still works, but the thing that really irked me was for one, counterfeiters suck, and for two, that the deck creator did not get the royalty. So now I feel like, okay, well, the deck creator did get an authentic purchase from me, so I feel better about it now. Okay, so let's go over my list. Let's see, we're going to start off with the smell. It's pretty inky, and to be quite honest with you, I don't like the smell of the ink. It smells kind of gross. Let's smell the guidebook. This ink smells more pleasant, and it's not as inky as this deck. I'm sure that this will air out pretty quickly, though. It doesn't, yeah, it smells like a strong, like, picture book smell, but like at the end of the scent, when it's just about to go away, it smells really bad. I don't even know what to compare it to, but it just smells like, at the end, I don't know, like maybe like gym clothes, or like if you go to the gym and you leave your gym towel in your backpack for a week or two, it smells like that. But I'm sure that'll air out. This is an honest review, guys. I'm going to tell you what I honestly see, feel, and smell, okay? The cover art look, I really like this. It's really cute. And I do like this little hollow foil on there. Not necessary, but it's cute. And I like that this feels really good in the hands. It's very smooth and buttery. The box. I do like the guidebook. The only thing I want to point out that I wasn't too excited about was the glue was already coming apart right here, and I think it would be wise to just quickly familiarize yourself with the guidebook so that way in case it falls apart, you're not so bummed about it. How do the cards feel? It's a glossy cardstock, but it doesn't glare too much. I do have my light on behind me, and I'm trying to intentionally glare this card out. So it does have a coating that makes it not glare as bad as it could. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. That's adorable. But I am biased, okay? So I think wiener dogs are the best dogs. And my one of my dogs, she's a surf dog, so she's part wiener dog, and I think she's part ridgeback, so I am also partial to ridgebacks. But I do love all dogs. So cute. I just found, well, I didn't find it. My son found it. My dog's costumes, and so there's like a little witch outfit. They both have hats and a little cape, and then he also found a pumpkin head. So like it's like a little hood, I guess, that goes on the little dog. He's a miniature dachshund, and that's what that reminds me of. Really cute. I'm sitting here at the end of March and I want to dress them up in their little Halloween costumes because they're cute. The Empress is cute. She looks like she would be like a total cuddle dog. She just looks so like squishy. The Emperor, ooh, look at him holding his bone. He's like, that's mine. Cute. I like how we have the keys here. And the lovers. The chariot and the car. That's funny. I think it would have been even more funny if the dog's face was sticking out of the window with like the tongue hanging out or something. I don't know, but it's still cute. Ooh, strength. It's cute. I like it. Like tug of war. Maybe the dog is not using their full strength, or maybe the person or the dog on the other end is not using their full strength. But I think it kind of would have been cool too to like be using like internal strength, like not going after something they wanted to go after, not using like their will and their might to, I don't know. I do get it. I can still just carry over my Rider-Waite meanings, but it's just interesting, you know. I do still like the art. That's adorable. The hermit. The Wheel of Fortune, biting his own tail. That's funny. Justice? I don't really get why that's justice, but okay. The Hangman, it looks like he went after a ball. Turned himself upside down. Death is the fireworks. Temperance. The boat. The devil. Cat. Oh, my cat people are going to be like, what? It's supposed to be the dog. The Tower. Okay, I was wondering, like, okay, if death was fireworks, what were they going to use for the tower? Lightning. That makes sense. Oh, they got their little, what are they called? Thunder coats or something. Ah, the crab is a toy. That one's barking. Okay. That's hilarious. I think this is a Corgi Pim. I'm not too sure, but if it is, the Corgi is like the arch nemesis of the wiener dog. And every time they see each other on the beach, it doesn't matter where, what city, what time of day, like they'll just see each other like in those old Wild West movies, and it's like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then they want to charge, fighting for their position as king of the beach. It's not a vicious fight, it's just like dogs. Pecking order. So funny, the world. Kind of looks like when they're rubbing their backs, doing like their own back massage. Okay, I thought I was gonna like the major arcanas the most. There really wasn't much in terms of pictures available online, but I love this Ace of Wands. That's adorable. So far, I'm going to stick that over here in my favorites. Oh, he's got the collar of shame for the two. Oh, the Three of Wands. I love it. He's at the beach. Four of Wands. I like it that he's at home. That's cute. Like they're fighting over the sticks, but it's like a playful fight. Like with the Five of Wands, I don't really get like it's too serious or intense. I kind of feel like it's like more noise than anything. So I do like that. It's not gonna be my favorite, but I like it. Poor snowman. He doesn't look too happy that this dog's about to take his arm. I like that. I do see a lot of excitement in this card. Oh, and it's a wiener dog. Of course it has to go in my favorites. Well, I think, is that a Corgi? I don't know, but that's hilarious. And they're right side by side, so maybe he's happy because he won the pecking order at the beach. And he's got one of those hood things, like my pumpkin. That's cute, dog mom. I kind of feel like that should have been in the Queen, but whatever. I guess He's the king. Okay, mom, and then he's the king. I get it. Okay. Ace of Cups. Oh, that is cute. And so is that. I like it. That kind of reminds me of Ida and Pingala naughties, you know, like swirling through the chakras. So that's kind of cool. I like that. 3. That's how my dogs walk me on a leash. I'm always getting tangled. That's hilarious. Not going to be my favorite, but I think that's funny. I don't know what's going on here. He's all tied up. This dog does not walk well on a leash. Why are there so many? That's cute. I like that. That really reminds me of memories. The puppy remembering its childhood. This one, okay, like there's so many leashes that kind of like, which direction do I go in? Okay, I'm not really a fan of like so many leashes on the same dog, but with this one, it kind of makes sense. One thing I want to say, I do want to point out that in the cat tarot, sometimes the images don't necessarily make that much sense to me as to why it's for that card, but I just carry over the meanings, like whatever. I'm just going to bring in the meaning that I associate with it. And I see that same pattern repeating here in dog tarot. But first glance, I don't really get why the image is portrayed in that way. For some of them, yeah, I totally get it. And others, I'm just like, what? So I'm hoping it'll make sense when I read the book, but we'll see. Okay. So Knight of Cups is missing a leg, a little tripod here. Cute. It's not stopping him either. He still looks happy, capable. This reminds me of my neighbor's dog that I used to babysit all the time. She had a husky and he was so fun. He was crazy. This is interesting because this one doesn't look sad. Here for the 3 of Hearts. Or not hearts. The 3 of Swords. Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble. So the Queen of Swords, I don't really associate with being like warm or cuddly or fuzzy feeling. So this is quite a different take. It might lead to different interpretations. But sometimes that different interpretation just totally works out. You know, you feel drawn to pick a particular deck, or your client picks a particular deck for a reading, and then the imagery is different from the Rider-Waite, and it just totally makes sense. Like, oh, I get it. Now I totally see why I was supposed to use this deck for the reading. So you never know. I'm really drawn to the scales back there and how there's an imbalance. There's not an equal exchange of energy going on there. Uh-oh. I think this one's going to be in trouble too. I like that. That's cute. That's cute. All right, so let's find my favorite card. And does this remind me of a deck that I have? I would have to say, even though the other one is a counterfeit, it does remind me of Cat Tarot. The art style is the same. And also, like, I'm getting that same level of what, you know? Like, why did the artist choose this image to represent this card? Okay, so let's see. We don't have that many favorites in this deck, surprisingly, because I do love dogs very much. I was sure I was going to have more favorites. I think, like, out of these two, both being on the beach, which one do I like better? I like the one where I can see the dog's face. But this one's still really cute too. Okay, we're down to my final three. I like this one because this big dog is probably a teddy bear, you know, and that's why he's got this funny, funny lion's hood on, and he's probably just really happy. Everybody likes him. He's probably goofy. This one, the Queen of Wands, hilarious. This dog, you could tell, loves to be the center of attention. Definitely not shy. She is the queen of her castle. And then we have the little mighty wiener dog here. with no clue as to its actual size in relation to its surroundings. And of course, you know, it's picking up the biggest stick possible and just dragging it like, yep, I got this. I can do anything. So which one is going to be my favorite? Probably the Knight of Wands. Even though these ones are like really close behind. And I wouldn't even be able to tell you which one of these I like more than the other. They're both adorable, but I just love wiener dogs so much. And that really captures their essence and their spirit. So let's go to the guidebook and see what it has to say about the Knight of Wands. The knight has moved out of the apprentice phase and is embarking on his journey to learn all about the element of fire, how to direct his energy and focus. Upright, a new journey is exciting and this knight is definitely fired up. He's so jazzed, he has grabbed a stick that is almost bigger than he is. His enthusiasm and big ambitions will only carry him so far though. Picking up that much extra weight isn't something he or you will be able to sustain over the long haul. If this card was in the reverse, it could indicate the knight sometimes stumbles on the path, but that's okay. This is all about learning. One of the first lessons is learning how not to allow your enthusiasm to lead you to bite off more than you can chew. The other is all about finding the right cadence with your energy and drive so you don't burn it all up before you reach your goal. Okay, let's find a card that didn't really make sense to me and see what it has to say about that. I could see this like maybe being sorry, like I'm sorry. I don't know. There's like a couple. I think I'm going to go with this one though. Let's see. Six of Swords. Why are you the Six of Swords? You saw bones go into the trash. You acted impulsively. Now you're wishing you could untip the garbage can, unshoe the paper towels, and untaste those bones, which were in the trash for a reason. They were stale. Upright. Enough with the who me looks. The damage is done. It's time to get up off the floor. Wipe that sheepish look off your mug. Move out of the way. In the grand scheme of things, this was an embarrassing learning experience, but not a truly painful one. Okay. Don't let this lesson be lost on you, and don't allow your impulsivity to lead you to make more bad, fast twitch decisions. If you end up swimming in garbage a second or even third time, with all its attendant humiliation and stinkiness, it's on you. Okay, so I could be like, you're in a bad situation, you're swimming in trash, you're swimming in garbage. Time to take out the energetic trash, remove yourself from this bad situation. Okay, but still it's like, I don't know. Justice. Let's read the Justice. That's one where I was like, why is that the Justice card? Okay. Justice may be blind, but that has only heightened her other senses. Okay, so she's blind. It's a blind dog. Okay, I thought the eyes were just like hiding behind fur, including arbitrating fairness. Yes, your actions have consequences, and playing by the rules is rewarded in abundance. If you've chosen your actions wisely, you too have earned the right to stop and smell the flowers and bask in a ray of sunlight. If the card was in the reverse, justice can be swift, especially when she senses you're being anything less than a very good dog. You may look like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth, but justice knows better. Best to own up to whatever is nipping at your conscience. You probably won't like it, but the sooner you face up to facts, the sooner you can rest easy. So this dog is playing by the rules, it's basking in abundance, and it's blind. Okay. I still think there could have been, like that other one, I think it was the Six of Pentacles, there was the scales, like maybe put the scales there or something, like, I don't know. The pillars, you can't really tell it's a blind dog. So there are no renamed cards. I think the font is pretty easy to read on the cards that have writing. That's easy to read. And then here, like that's swords, even though they're treats. Okay. On the way that I remembered it on the cat tarot, it was like that was a tooth, like, that was something sharp. And then the cups, they are bowls here. Like I thought, oh, it would make more sense if it was a dog bowl, but then it's leash. That could be a little bit confusing, but I am glad that the bowl is there to let me know that that's cups. And then we have the wands here, which I guess that's why it looked like Saturn to me in the book. It's the little circle, just to hold it, I guess. And then there's a wand behind it. So to me, that looked like Saturn. And then the pentacles, just round for toys. I don't know. I don't really like the whole leash for cups. Would that stop me from using this deck? No. So this is how it shuffles right away, right out of the box. So it does shuffle well. It's not uncomfortable to shuffle, but it is like a new deck, So it will take a little bit of time to break in. I'm sure this will break in very quickly. This is not a super thick cardstock. It's really comfortable in the hands and it will shuffle well. The art quality, is anything blurry or muted, or is everything clear? I think for the most part, everything is clear. I do like the art quality. I feel like the contrast is good. I can make out everything without having to strain my eyes and really figure it out. I like that you can still see the dog's eyes against the fur. It doesn't get lost in there. I was wondering about that, if how the eyes and the noses would be on the darker fur colors. And I feel like there's still good eye contrast, good nose contrast. So I like that. The faces just don't get lost in there. You can tell the dog from the car, so I like that. You can make it out. So yeah, I do like the art quality. I feel like you could tell that it was probably hand-drawn. Some of the lines seem thicker than others, and I like that. Like this one seems like it's a lot thicker, like a more heavier hand drawing the line, the outline, and then this one is like much thinner. And that doesn't bother me. I like that it looks like it's drawn by a human. Yeah, I'm happy with the art quality. I'm just gonna have to go through with the guidebook and figure out like why the heck did the artist choose this image to go for this card. Maybe I'll understand it, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just bring in my own Rider-Waite meanings. Maybe I'll draw some new interpretations based on the imagery and what the deck says. This is what the deck sounds like in overhand. Bit chunky, but again, I feel like this won't take that long to break in, if that's your preferred method. I prefer to rifle shuffle this deck. And that's what it sounds like for me. So after using it, so it lays pretty flat. Does it follow the Rider-Waite? A little bit in bits and pieces. It's based on the Rider-Waite, but I don't really feel like the imagery follows the Rider-Waite. So I do think it's something that you would have to go through. I don't recommend this for your second deck if you're just branching out from the Rider-Waite, unless you've really got your meanings down. And I actually don't think that this is a good deck to start with for beginners. How will I keep it? How will I store it? I will keep it in its original box in my tarot shelf. I think that this is a really good deck though. Like if somebody, for one, if you have a dog lover, but for two, there's really nothing that's offensive. There's nothing that's really scary. There's nothing that's really triggering in this deck. So I think that's pretty good. Even the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords are not very jarring in their imagery. So I think that's good. I think that this would be a deck that you could even read for kids with. If you have somebody who's new to tarot, especially if they're kind of like, oh, I don't know, like this is my first tarot reading. I grew up in the church. I'm really nervous. Like this would be something that might not be so jarring for them. Who might not like it? If you only like a person who only likes cats and not dogs, obviously. If you want a deck that really closely follows the Rider-Waite. If you need your images to represent the meaning of the card, this might not be the deck for you. If you need the words on there, like you don't want just the little symbol, like, oh, that's going to be 3 of Pentacles. If that's going to be confusing for you, this might not be the deck for you. Or you could always just have it here and be like, oh yeah, that's this, you know, or have it off to the side. Like this symbol means this, and then, you know, do your reading like that. So let's do a sample reading from the guidebook. Okay, so we are going to do the horseshoe spread. Let's do the doghouse. The horseshoe spread is a derivative. The horseshoe spread is a derivative of the Celtic cross and is primarily used to address a specific question or topic. One of the advantages of this layout is that it provides both the solution to a problem and suggestions on how to achieve it. The cards are laid out right to left in the shape of a horseshoe. Shuffle and cut the deck with your question or focus in mind, and lay out the cards as shown in the illustration from 1 to 7. While you'll find many ways to read this spread, here's one of the most common. So I do like that they say that here is one of the most common. So you can do it your way, or you can do it the way that they suggest. So this is going to look at, before we start shuffling, the past and how it has led to the question or problem at hand, the present, an overview of the situation at hand or the problem in question, hidden influences, obstacles, outside influences, the solution and outcome. Okay, so we'll do a sample reading for how do I get out of the doghouse, because it's doghouse spread. So let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, be romantic or otherwise, and for whatever reason, you have found yourself in the doghouse. This is just a made-up sample reading. We're going to say that this reading is for Bob. If your name is actually Bob, it's not specifically for you, but if you're watching this and it resonates, then take it and go with it. How do I get out of the doghouse? Ooh. Okay, so we do this one from right to left. We have our doghouse spread. Okay, so even though we drew them this way, the cards are going to be read with number 1 being on this side. That's what it says according to the book. So you can always do that your way, or you can go by what the book says. So for card number 1, this is the past and how it has led to the question or problem at hand. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And the present. This is an overview of the situation at hand or the problem in question. So here we have Ace of Swords for the present and Ace of Pentacles for the past. I feel like there was some sort of distraction. Started out here, the Ace of Pentacles, this new thing, and we're going to say this is relationship reading. So there's like this new relationship, and for whatever reason, you got distracted by something. Maybe you got a little bored. Maybe you said you were going to do something and you never followed through. Why did that happen? The hidden influences, people or circumstances you may not be aware of that are influencing the situation at hand. Here we have the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, I should read the book. Let's see. I forgot about that. Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what the book has to say. What greater joy does life deliver than a tennis ball fresh from a pop-top can? Sure, there are millions just like it, but this one feels special. It's a gift and it's yours. I'm going to read the upright and the reverse so you can see how the book reads, okay? If this was in the upright, you're being offered the chance to do something new in the material realm. Often that's a new job, but it might also be an inheritance you can invest, a business partnership, a raised bed in a community garden, or a brand new tennis ball to chase around the park. Whatever the resource, steward it wisely. But your card's in the reverse, so you are not being a good steward. Easy come, easy go. Sometimes what looks like a new opportunity is just a mirage. In the early stages of a job or business, it's not always clear how things will shake out. Until you know more, be careful with your money and your energy too. And then, so that was the past. And the Ace of Swords is the present. This card shows an aha moment that changes the way you think about the world. Sometimes a shift of perspective is enough, but the Ace of Swords can also indicate a new situation, like going back to school or a job change. In the upright, like a dog after a treat, you are totally focused on your goal. When all your brain cells are pulsing in harmony because you know what you want, you run, not walk down the path. Just remember that speed requires precision. Jump at that bone too quickly, and you may sink your teeth into a hand by mistake. If it was in the reverse, it could mean you have changed your perspective in a profound way, but do not want to admit it. You're too comfortable, tired, or scared to think about what that asks of you, but denying reality is irrational. Magical thinking is cozy and easy, but dare to rise to the occasion and grab that treat. Okay, so that's why I feel like it was like boredom, some distraction, not following through with this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so moving on to card 3, that is hidden influences, people or circumstances you may not be aware of and are influencing the situation at hand. That's the 9 of Pentacles. Normally the 9 of Pentacles, I would see this as somebody who's very beautiful or handsome, somebody very attractive. This was a very alluring distraction. Maybe you're being influenced by money. Maybe you're being influenced by prestige. Maybe you're being influenced by the idea of a certain way of life. Let's see, 9 of Pentacles. We got the squeaky toy that is thrown all over the room. Let's see, a toy duck in your jaws, fluff all over the living room, and a human who won't get too upset about the mess. Life is good. Upright, if there were a catbird seat for dogs, you'd be sitting in it. You've pursued your dreams, whether in the form of a tennis ball, a toy duck, or bacon dropped on the floor. The important thing to note is that when these dreams come true, they weren't just handed to you in a silver dog bowl. You had earned them. What's the point of the good life? This is in the reverse. What's the point of the good life if you can't slow down enough to enjoy it? You've worked hard to make your dreams come true, but you're so exhausted you don't even dream when you sleep. Upside down, this card can also indicate feeling unworthy or embarrassed about having nice things. You've busted your hump to be successful. Why not enjoy the fruits of your labor? So with this distraction, I feel like you're trying to look good for your friends. You're trying to live up to other people's expectations. Card 4, obstacles, forces, events, or circumstances that might stand in the way of a positive outcome. Literally the sun. Sun's out, buns out. He's funny. Obstacles, forces, events, or circumstances that might stand in the way of a positive outcome. If you're just too busy on running around and having fun, not really focusing, like here was the Pentacles, this is real world issues, tangible things, this new relationship. If you're too focused on your fun, maybe you're too busy posting, selfies of you in your bikini, your little shorts or something, I don't know. Sun's out, buns out. That's something that was coming really strongly in that image. Oh, this deck is hilarious. That might stand in the way of a positive outcome. Maybe too busy showing off, peacocking a little too much. Let's go to card number 19, the sun. Look in the dictionary under basking and you'll see this pup fully embracing the warmth of the sun's brightest rays. In the upright, oh, it's good to be this dog in this place on this day. Glorious sunflowers spell fertility, joy, and optimism. Take a moment to soak it all in, but this is what's going to stand in your way, okay, of a positive outcome. If this card was in the reverse, it could mean, and then there's such a thing as too much optimism. The sun's rays can blind us to the needs of both ourselves and others. You're a pack animal. Find your fellow beings and share in the gifts of companionship. Okay. Card 5, outside influences, other people, factors, and environment affecting the querent or influencing the issue at hand. Page of Swords in the reverse. Outside influence. Yeah, I could see that as spending too much attention, spending too much time doing tricks to impress other people for reward that is not really worth it. Like a reward in the form of likes, shares, comments, things that don't really matter, people that might not even be real, they might even be bots, like how do you even know they're real? Let's go to the book, what it says for Page of Swords in the reverse. So this is outside influences that are affecting the issue at hand. Page of Swords. Pages signal new beginnings and becoming a student of the suit's qualities. Here, the suit of swords and the element of air represent words, thoughts, speech, learning, analysis, and data. In the upright, this pup has his eyes wide open and his curiosity turned up to 10. Not only will his nose lead him towards delicious treats, but plenty of adventure too, including encounters with other dogs, skunks, and cats. Not all these side trips will be fun, but at this stage, it's all about learning. But your card is in the reverse, so this page is acting reckless. Assuming that curiosity only tempts cats, it can spell trouble. Unfettered mental enthusiasm can lead you down some risky paths. Slow your brain down. Down, brain. Down. Good brain. And for your own good, try using some boring old common sense. Okay. Card 6, the solution. Advice and insight into the course of action the querent should take to achieve the desired results. Here we have the Tower in reverse. Stop doing things that you know are going to cause a disaster. Like if you know you shouldn't be doing something because it's not respectful either to yourself or to your partner, then just don't do it. Stop creating your own disasters. Stop self-sabotaging. If this is something you really want to work out, then do whatever you can in your power to make it work out. Okay, card 16, the Tower. Why are there suddenly great sticks of fire tearing through the sky, followed by the most unwelcome and thundering cacophony? I don't even know if I said that right, but whatever. Cacophony. If this unexpected change feels like chaos and upheaval, that's because it is. In the upright, it would be, in case you missed the message and the way this storm is cracking your foundation, it's a reminder that you're not in charge. This upheaval is happening. Slip on your thunder shirt, try not to tinkle on the floor, and remain open to the possibility that sometimes a flash of light brings revelation. But your card is in the reverse, and it says, things might seem a right mess, but upside down, the Tower is actually reassurance that rebuilding follows. You'll be okay. Cats aren't the only ones who land on their feet. So maybe this is like talking about things, addressing the elephant in the room, like what is going on in your relationship, and then coming to a solution together. The outcome is the Empress. I see that as a card of love, a card of comfort, a card of understanding and nurturing. I see this as a healthy and fertile relationship. This is a beautiful card to come up as the outcome for this situation. So let's go to the book and see what it says for the Empress. Who's a pretty Empress? You are. And you would be the relationship. In the upright, try walking the Empress down a busy sidewalk and see all the pets she gets. She is beautiful abundance, with the stars on her bow and kerchief representing her connection to the seasons and the sky. Her heart-shaped cushion represents love, nourishment, harmony, fertility, beauty, the whole shebang. She encourages you to notice and appreciate your myriad blessings. If this was in the reverse, which yours is not, it could be upside down. This regal doggo suggests trouble hovers on the horizon. All that love, fertility, and beauty suddenly seem hard to harness. Bad luck and puppy love, feeling stagnant, a bit insecure. It's time to gather yourself together and refocus on self-care. Tending your emotional and spiritual sides, a few long walks will do you a world of good. So that's cool. I like that. So basically this reading is all about, not being so self-centered, not really needing to put yourself out there for the like and approval of other people who are outside of your relationship, giving your attention to where it's needed, giving your relationship the attention and the love, the time, if this is something that you want to see work out. So I do like the way that it reads. I did feel like I could read it intuitively without needing the guidebook. I still don't really feel like I like that card for the Knight of Pentacles, but whatever. It doesn't mean that I don't like the deck. It's just, I'm just going to have to take some time to spend with this deck, and then I'll be a little bit more comfortable. This is a deck that I will keep because I do like it, and I wanted a dog deck. I actually have another dog deck, and it'll be interesting to maybe do a comparison later on once I open that one up. But for now, yeah, I just feel like I need to familiarize myself with this deck, and then I do believe that I will enjoy it just as much, if not more, than the Cat Tarot. And again, I do wish that I had the authentic deck, but I have this counterfeit deck. So yeah, I still like using it, but I just wish I had actually purchased the authentic copy like I thought I was getting. Let me go over my list and see if there's anything else that I missed. The feel of this deck. Is it slippery or sticky? I don't think this deck is slippery or sticky. I feel like it glides really well, but I don't feel that it's so slippery that cards are just going to be flying all over the place and I'm going to lose them. So I do like that. Oh, let me compare it to this counterfeit deck, actually, as far as like the card quality, because this is not a thick card, but it is thicker than this really flimsy cardstock here. Yeah, this will hold up much better than the counterfeit deck. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now, gems.